Greetings and salutations, Scorpios. The Ivy Phoenix here. Welcome back to my channel for your March 2019 reading. Hope that you all have been doing well. How did February go for you? Let's see what we're channeling for March. All the ways to get in contact with me, be a part of the Fire Family readings. How to watch the videos for my channel are down in the description box below. Okay, so Scorpios, Scorpios, Scorpios. Pisces season, I feel, will be pretty nice for you, Scorpios. You know, it's the water element. A different type of vibe from you, for sure. You know, you dig deep, but you dig deep to find out the secrets, right? The Pisces energy for you is going to be more so aligning with your truest emotions and then putting that out for the world to see. So it's definitely going to be a balance of internal and external energy, okay? Which you may or may not be prepared for. It totally depends. But let's see what else we got here. Okay. I'll take them. And we have your reading. Okay, you got a fair few. But I'm not doing any clarifiers for any signs this month. I'm actually adding in an additional oracle message. So, see what it says. Have the Page of Wands here. Like I said, it's going to be pretty lighthearted energy for you because you are in your element. I just think it's going to be a different type of emotional pull that you're going to have to go through. So let's see what the cards say, right? Seven of Pentacles energy. There's been something that you really have been... I don't mean to laugh, but I mean his face. You know, you're disappointed in the fruitfulness of something that you have put time into, investment into, energy into, money into. You know, you really thought that you would be able to harvest something different, but you're coming to the realization where this is not what you had planned, and this is no longer what you can, you know, be watching over. With the Star card here, again, I think that there is some type of energy that's working behind the scenes to assist you in this process so that you are not continuously, you know, picking up and pouring out your emotions, your resolve, all of that. The fact that Aquarius season wasn't, you know, too long ago, it was, you know, just a few weeks ago. A few days ago even, because Pisces season is just starting to kick off. I feel like there was some type of spiritual confirmation that came to you as well when it's come to finances or love, or even just your life in general, self in general. And now you feel free to really like embark on this journey no matter where it's going to lead you. It's kind of like whatever happened back here, whatever realization came to you to be like, okay, so this is no longer it anymore. You are now prepared and ready to, you know, step off that cliff to do what is necessary, to start anew. And so with that, you have several different options that are available to you. And I don't think necessarily you're seeing the benefit or the light within those choices yet. But I think it's coming. I think that it is definitely going to be coming to you quicker than you possibly imagine. But you definitely need to ensure that you're walking away first. I feel even with the look of the cards, just from the video itself, if I don't necessarily zoom this in, you know, these bottom cups, it seems like time has definitely gotten away from some of you Scorpios, the ones that I'm channeling for this message. And so you are about to be like, okay, you know, like I've done enough here. I've invested enough time. I have waited as long as I can, and you now want to like revive yourself. So I think that's where the Six of Wands energy is coming in, is, you know, the praise and adulation that you can feel for yourself, not even necessarily from anyone else. I kind of feel like these people that you are surpassing while you are riding by on your horse, you know, will try to condemn you for making the choice that you need to make, but I think that it is going to be necessary for you. And in private, perhaps, you know, you may go through this level of it, the grieving process, the recognition of, you know, perhaps if you had done it sooner, it could have saved you some time or anything like that. But recognize that this is what needs to happen. Recognize that it went down exactly the way that it needed to. And so with the Knight of Pentacles, it's slow moving energy. Absolutely. It is, it's a planned move. It's a strategic move that is necessary for you to embark on this next bit of life. But I feel like, you know, as this energy is playing out, as you are trying to hold your head up and keep appearances, you are going to be going through some big emotions within yourself, like I was talking about in the beginning, and kind of just moving through that grieving process. And it may not be something that you can heal by the end of March. So that brings us back to this Page of Wands energy, where now there's like like I said, a revival, a new found energy that you are going to see have a part of you as you are moving forward. Okay. So let's see what the Dream Oracle cards have to say. I mean, a pretty straightforward picture. Get two more. Okay, let's get one more. That was a pretty float. It actually landed right on top. I'm going to try and pick it up for you in a second and show you exactly how it landed. So I'm literally picking it up. It landed just like this. Dream guide, teacher. Like I was saying, there's something. I really do think that there's been a intervention that took place within February, Aquarius season. So maybe in January, that has allowed for you to start making the moves necessary to head in this direction. And some of you are probably like, that doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm happy that it's done, or whatever the situation was that had to end. But I think it's going to hit you by the end of March. I think it's going to hit you by the end of March. The one that flipped over, Dolphin. Cosmic consciousness. Like I said, something spiritual came into you. Guardian, somehow, looking over you, making sure that you have this moment. And by the end of the month, Ladies Mantle, there will be a healing element about all of this that will help you make sense of it all. If you haven't gotten to that point, you know that you couldn't invest in this anymore. You know that you have other options on the table. You're willing to make that journey because, like I said, you know that you couldn't deal with it anymore. And it doesn't matter what anyone has to say, but I choose love no matter what. I don't know if there wasn't love that went into this, but something was missing. You know, Eight of Cups is all about that. You know, I still don't have it all. Seven of Cups energy can be overwhelming a little bit, right? But sometimes we think that if we have all the options in the world, it'll make it a lot easier for us. That's not always the case. You are putting in so much. Like I literally can see the fact that, you know, you're digging, pouring out. You're digging, pouring out. you're digging, you're pouring out. But those canisters can only hold so much. That's why you have to pour out, so that you can get, new energy in there. But then you also have to put that energy back out into the world. And it's become enough. The water wasn't enough to get into this, to grow this tree when it's being built on dead ground. Now granted, it's still surviving, it still produced something, but it wasn't the produce that it wasn't the product that you really wanted to have. I don't know why I'm hearing self-discovery. That was also for who? Aries or Taurus? Or was it Cancer? One of the three. But it's this, you take it for what it is, and you move forward. But like I said, I don't feel like it's heavy energy. But there will be a need to release. And actually, it makes sense, because it just hit me. After Aries season, Taurus season is going to come. That is your opposite sign. So as you are getting into the energy of your 12th house, you're going to have those reviewing moments, the retrospection, the introspection. You're going to have all of that review to see how you are using the energy that started to come through during your birthday season in 2018. So that is the message I have for you, Scorpios. Thank you all so much for likes, comments, subscriptions, shares, all of that good stuff. Like I said, all the ways to get in contact with me are down in the description box below. But I feel that with choosing love, you're going to be very surprised at how quickly that grievance process does start to be moved through. Okay? But just recognize that you will still have to go through that if you really want to heal and bring in something that's better for you. Okay? Absolutely love you all. The Ivy Phoenix here. Mwah. Bye.